Hola mis serenitas, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Chiquita Serenita, and today we're doing that last BeBella palette that's called Lotus Love, okay? $12. You guys already know I showed you guys the whole entire box. When I showed you that first palette, the Daisy one, I showed you that I bought the entire PR box, and I did one video per palette. So please, if this is your first time watching me, hi, my name is Sarah. I like to make reviews on palettes, and if I do collections, I usually split the palettes for each collection depending on how big the palette is. If the palette's small, I usually try to scrunch everything into one video, but that does make the video longer, and I tend to not like that. But if the palettes are about a decent size, I split them up into separate videos to give them their own time to shine. It's not fair to the palette, and yes, I'm referring to the palette like it's freaking alive, okay? If it's a bigger palette, I feel like the palette just doesn't get enough time to shine if I'm just squishing 2 or 3 or 4 palettes in there. And it's like, what if you only wanted to see the swatches for one palette? And I only swatched one palette, and that wasn't the palette that you wanted. You know, something like that. I do make videos in both English and Spanish, and I always upload the video in English first. Spanish comes usually a couple hours later or the next day if my kids didn't let me, you know, because I got 5 kids, so pretty busy over here. I do upload 1 to 2 videos per week. If you get more videos from me, you're lucky because I had enough time. Other than that, it's like hectic to have to find the time to do all that stuff. Kids are on socials, you know, distant learning, a lot of tantrums, got to make sure they're fed before I sit my butt down over here and do these videos. So yeah, you guys. So yeah, this is the 4th and final palette. This is the more purple version. The other one, obviously, Daisy, is more neutral with, what was it, 2 pops of blue? I didn't like that one very much. I did, however, really enjoy the sunflower one and the poppy. The poppy would be like my number 1. And this would probably be my number 2. Sunflower number 3 and Daisy number 4. Okay? I've said it. I said what I said. When you open it up, it has the same thing. BeBella right here. It has a really good size mirror. And these are the tones in here. So it's very water lily, pink, purples in here, all mixed in here. I'm not crazy about these light shades because I don't know how they're going to perform. I didn't use them, obviously, today at 1, 2, and 3. Those are only 3 that really worry me. Other than that, I tried to use this one today down here before you guys see that teal. That's this one right here. But I tried to use this one before that, and it did not. I mean, it came out. It's just, it wasn't that vibrant. It looked muddy. It did not look like that. And I was like, well, maybe it's just me. Maybe I should have applied it over here and not down here, right? It wasn't going to perform as well. And I don't know. I just didn't like it, so I ended up going in with this one afterwards. But I am going to say that I did have problems with that one. But for $12, I can't really complain, you know, because $12 is still $12, you know. It's not like I paid a Natasha Denona and then all of a sudden you have freaking 5 muddy colors in there. I'm like, okay, take it back. So I'm going to start the swatches. I'm going to start right here on this corner. I'm going to work my way across each row until we get to the end of this palette, okay? The first one is called Purity. This one is just this champagne shimmer. Oh, it looks so pretty. By the way, if you guys don't know, I do live swatches of each shade. Give you guys a close-up, break it down of what it looks like to my best of knowledge. And these are my first impressions here with you guys. So when I react that way, it's because I'm reacting for the first time. If I did not use it on my eye, these are my first reactions. Next one is Petals. This is like a lavender. It's like a light pastel lavender matte. I mean, maybe with a good primer, right? I think it'll still work for me. It obviously shows up on my skin tone, but it looks really, I don't know, you guys. That looks really pastel for my taste. Fresh is this peachy tone. Ooh, I like this one. This one's like a peach tone coral, orange almost. That's a matte. Really pastel. Like I'm saying, there's like at least 3 in here that I would consider pastel. I'm like, ooh. If you like a combination of pastel and bright tones, I think you'll like this palette. Sunlight. This is a bronze tone, almost like a coppery, buttery soft shimmer. It is like a foiled shimmer. It does have like a thicker consistency than a normal shimmer would. So, but look how beautiful that tone is. Next you have Lush Blush. Lush Blush looks like this really light ballerina pink. I just don't think these would, I honestly think these would be too ashy on my skin tone. They look really, really light. But it's a pretty color. It doesn't look bad. It's almost like a mauvey tone, huh? Then you have Luck. This is a mauvey tone, light pink shimmer. Very, very pretty, you guys. That's the one that I used as my inner corner highlight. And that's such a beautiful shimmer. Look how beautiful that is. Fantasy is this bright hot pink shade. It's a matte. Something that I have noticed between a couple of the shades in here is that you have to apply more than once. So they are buildable shades though, because look at that pigmentation. So it didn't come to play. You just have to apply it more than once, obviously, but it does show up. Next you have Supreme Lotus. This is just like a darker version of that pink right here. This is more of a berry tone pink. This one does feel drier and on the grainier side, and it is showing up patchy around the edges. Just letting you guys know. In the next row you have Marvelous, like mauve-less. Marvelous. This one's cute. This is a mauve tone pink. I swear when I first saw this palette, I wanted to use that one as my transition shade, but I didn't end up going in with it. But look how beautiful that is. So, so pretty. Eternity is a purple tone matte. I use this as my transition shade. This one I did have to build up a little bit, but it showed up, okay? Just fine. Look how pretty that is. Next you have Rebirth. And this one is a lighter tone purple. I mean, if you love purples like me, you're going to love this palette. Flower Bomb is this pink shimmer. I have this on my eye today. It does have a little glitter in it. You could tell it's like sparkling all over the place, but it's a super, super pretty shimmer. Does have a little bit of fallout, so it does have the potentiality to be a wildfire shimmer, like a tiny bit. That one wasn't as bad as that teal shade. That teal shade is a wildfire shimmer, really bad. So next row we have Sausage. That's that green that I told you guys that didn't show up. And it's such a shame because look how beautiful it is. That's one swatch. And look how much of a beautiful sage green that is. Now it could be like what I'm saying. I applied it in the wrong area of my eye. Maybe if somebody tries it and you use it on, you know, your entire lid, for example, just like really good primer, your entire lid. Maybe that's a different story. You know, I could have messed up because I was trying to put it back down here and it's just like powdery, muddy mess everywhere. It just didn't show up as vibrant as I thought it would have been from the pan, you know? Now you got Muddy, and Muddy is just a maroon brown red, and then this one does show up a tiny bit of patchy, and it's dry and grainy too. But I used that shade today, and I had no problems. So I don't know. Maybe it could be, you know, swatch versus eye performance, because I applied it right here and down here, and I don't know. I didn't have any problems. Royalty is this super vibrant purple matte. I love this one. This one. It's so pretty. Gotta apply it more than once at least though. I love that one. That's so pretty. Lastly, we have that Water Lily shade, the one that I told you guys, like, don't get me wrong, it is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous turquoise, bluish teal shimmer. But it does have like glitter throughout the formula, so it's buttery soft. I did have to apply it a couple of times, but it wasn't a big deal. But look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful, right? I could not get over how gorgeous that is in person, how blinding and just in your face it is. But when I was trying to apply it to my eye, I don't know what it is, but it started flaking off. And I was like, okay, I gotta clean it off, you know? Made it worse. It is possible to clean it, okay? I don't want you guys to get scared. You can clean it because I cleaned it a couple times with the wipe, and I just went with my brush and as best as I could. You do get some little stragglers behind, but it's not like a huge deal. I do recommend that if you're going to use that shade to do your eyes before your face, I just tend to, I'm so used to just doing my face first and my eyes last. So that's why I get that. But, you know, the struggle is real with those shades because I'm so used to just doing my face like that. And it's just, there's no going back, okay? The donkey wants to stay in place already. So that's pretty much it for all of the shades of this palette. I'm hoping I was able to help you guys out, whether you guys want the palette, whether you guys don't want the palette. I honestly think it's a cute palette. I mean, for $12, and 2 were somewhat patchy and the rest are fine. That one might be just user error, you know. Maybe I just didn't, I should have used it on this side of my eye instead of down here. I don't know, you know, but still, I think the quality is good. It's not bad. And the design of it and everything, I just love lotuses, honestly. If I have no tattoos, just FYI. I have no tattoos. But if I ever got a tattoo, it would be a lotus tattoo because I love what they stand for and just the spirituality point of it, you know, how purity, and they grow from mud and they just like, they thrive, you know. You give them the most shittiest situation to grow in, and yet they thrive. Real quick, because I forgot to show you guys, this is the slip it comes with, and look how beautiful that is. It's just a lotus love little design. It's like a light mauvey tone purple, and I just think it's so cute that it comes with that, you know. It's just perfect slip to this already beautiful purple palette because I love purple. Yeah, it's cute, right? I like it. So I'm gonna let you guys go. If you guys want to see how I created this look today, then just stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so for my first color, I went in with this purple matte right here that's called Eternity. And that is the one you guys can see me use as my transition shade, okay? Okay, so now I went in with Water Lily, and this is just a beautiful blue teal shimmer, like a turquoise almost. And I'm going to take it right here in this area with my finger. I'm just going to pat it over half of my lid right there, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to take Flower Bomb, which is a very equally pretty pink shimmer. It's both this one and the one that you're going to see me use, they have a ton, not a ton. I just want to say it's a wildfire shimmer. It does fall on the cheeks. It does spread like heck. But I was able to rescue this side as much. So it wasn't a huge deal. I'm just saying I would highly recommend your eyes before the rest of your face, just so you don't look like a sparkling fairy everywhere. But I'm just going to take that shade and apply it on this side of my lid, okay? Now I'm going to take that same Water Lily shade and I'm going to apply it right here. About halfway, you guys, because I am going to go in with another color on this side. And that is what you guys can see me do. Now I'm going to take Muddy right here, which is, to me, it's like a dark maroon red, almost like a burgundy tone. And I'm going to take it right here on the outside to, you know, smoke out the look down here in basically blending into that teal shade you guys see there, and that's what I'm going to do, okay? Now for my inner corner highlight, I went in with Luck right here, and Luck is just a very mauve tone shimmer. Very intense. It almost has to, I'm telling you guys, it has like this pinky purplish tone to it. Super pretty in person. That's basically how I'm going to use it. I'm just going to put it in there with my finger, okay, like I do always. So that's basically it, you guys. I'm going to go put black in my waterline, mascara, and I'll be right back to give you guys a close-up, okay? So this is the finished eye look today, you guys. Hopefully you guys like it. I like this palette. I think it's just not the best that I've seen, obviously. Some of the tones in here I was completely okay with. They're very pigmented, very smooth and everything. Just other ones weren't my go-to, right? It's not like I was impressed by them. So let me back you guys out and I'll give you guys my final thoughts on this palette, okay? Okay, you guys, so I'm back. I think the palette's cute. I wasn't impressed by like this shade in particular right here. It's called Soft Sage. I tried to originally use that one down here where you see that teal, and it did not show up at all. I don't know what it is with these lighter shades. Obviously, the one that I used for my transition shade, it showed up really fine. You did have to build it up, so it might be just buildable, that you need to build it up. It might be that it was just too soft of a color for me, and per se, like my skin tone or whatever. It might be also that I should have used it up here and not down here. I don't know. That one didn't impress me. I don't know about the others because I can't speak on the others. Honestly, this one is like the lightest shade, and even then, I think I could still use that as a transition. Pretty is just a shimmer. Obviously, you guys know I can use the shimmers. Petals. I think this one's like really good for someone who likes a mixture of bright colors plus the pastel, because that one's like a pastel purple, if we're being on. This one pretty much is too. Like, that's super soft. It's like light. It's a lot lighter than what it applies on the eye. When I was applying it, it looked like this awful, god, watered down sage. Like, it did not look like that green that you see in there, the vibrancy in it. It just looks really ugly. Maybe I should really use a good primer. I don't even know, but I didn't impress that. Now, the shimmers in here, freak, man. The shimmers, they're so good. These ones right here, that one, oh my god, you guys, they're like really, really good. And for $12, I mean, for $12, I'm not hating that one not working out. I still think it's affordable. And I love the look that came out with the one that I, on my face. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And until next time, stay warm, stay blessed, and stay magical. Bye, you guys.